Welcome back to our YouTube channel Gurmantra Siksha Ka Granth. I am your educator Nidhi Dua and I warmly welcomes you at this platform. So guys, before starting the lecture, I would like to wish you a very happy new year. I hope you all will get a good rank in your exam and your all dreams comes true. Okay, so let's start our today's topic, that is aromaticity and hyperconjugation effect. These two topics are the most important topics in reaction mechanism. Okay, so this is our syllabus that we have covered till now. With stereoisomerism we have completed the reaction mechanism. Okay, now number one topic is aromatic compounds. Now what is aromatic compounds, or you can say what is the concept of aromaticity? So basically in chemistry, aromaticity is a property of cyclic ring shape planar flat structures with pi bond in resonance. So in concept of aromaticity, you will study about the properties of cyclic or ring shaped structures with the planar polarity. What do you mean by planar polarity? Planar polarity means the flat structures, the ring-like structures with the pi bond in resonance, those containing the delocalized electrons. So the conditions for a compound to be aromatic are: number one condition is the compound should be cyclic. Okay, what do you mean by cyclic? A cyclic structure mean a structure having a ring-like structure with close type. Okay, this triangle is your close type structure, or you can say cyclic structure. This is also a cyclic structure. Okay, compound should be planar. Second condition is the compound should be planar, means all the carbon in ring should be sp2 hybridized, means in a compound double bond should be present. Third condition is it should follows the Huckel rule. Now what is Huckel rule? Huckel rule estimates whether a planar ring molecule will have an aromatic property. The quantum basic for its formula was first worked out by Erich Huckel in 1931, and the formula signifies as 4n plus 2 pi electron. Okay, n is your odd number of pi electron pairs. Okay, so this is your third property, that is the about the Huckel rule. Now if you put the value of n is equals to 0, you will get the 2 pi electrons, or you can say one pair of pi electrons. Sorry guys, this n is equals to, this is n is equals to 2 and this is n is equals to 3. When you put up the value of n in the previous formula, that is 4n plus 2, you will get the result as this. And the fourth property is there should be a cyclic resonance in the ring. Now what is cyclic resonance in the ring? Means the conditions for the resonance. In a compound there should be three conditions for the resonance. Number one condition is at least two double bonds should be at conjugate position or at the alternate positions. As you can see here in these examples, these all three are your cyclic structures with at least two double bonds. Okay, and these double bonds should be at the conjugate positions. Second condition is one double bond and one lone pair or one negative charge or free electron should be conjugate position. Second condition is there should be one double bond, one lone pair or one negative charge, or you can say the free electrons should be present at the conjugate position. Sorry, as you can see here in these examples, there is one lone pair in the structure of aniline and the double bonds are present at all the alternate positions. Okay, in third case, one double bond and one positive charge should be at conjugate position. Okay, as you can see in these three examples, double bond and positive charge at the conjugate positions. Now, a question: which of the following is non-aromatic compound? You have given 4 compounds and you have to check whether the compound is aromatic or non-aromatic. Okay, so you have your 4 rules to check the aromaticity, the concept of aromaticity. Okay, in case number 1, 2 and 3, all the structures are aromatic. Okay, and number 4th structure is not a aromatic compound. Why? Because there is the absence of resonance, or you can say there is least resonance present in the 4th structure. So 4th compound is your non-aromatic compound. Now a very important topic, that is your hyperconjugation effect, or you can say H effect. What is hyperconjugation effect? Hyperconjugation effect is the stabilizing interaction that results from the interaction of electrons in a sigma bond, usually CH or CC bond, with an adjacent empty or partially filled p orbitals or pi orbitals to give an extended molecular orbital that increases the stability of the system. Okay, complete transfer of electron of CH sigma bond towards pi bond or positive charge or free electron is called as H effect, or you can say permanent effect. This hyperconjugation effect is also known as non-bonded resonance, or given by Nathan and Baker. Okay, now what are the conditions for the hyperconjugation effect? Number 1 condition is if there is one CH sigma bond and one positive charge at alternate positions. So as you can see here in these examples, or you can say these all are the hyperconjugation structures. So as you can see, CH3 and CH2 plus, these all in this example one CH sigma bond is present and one positive charge is present at alternate position. And in this hyperconjugation effect, the shifting of sigma bond takes place too, or you can say the sharing of sigma bond is done. Okay, now all the structures are hyperconjugation structures. Carbon which is attached to carbocation is known as your alpha carbon, means this CH2 plus is your carbocation and the carbon directly attached to the carbocation is known as alpha carbon, and all the hydrogens which are attached to the carbon alpha carbon are known as alpha hydrogen. Okay, so in this example, or you can say in this particular structure, there is 3 alpha hydrogen. Okay, now carbon which is attached to carbocation is known as alpha carbon, and hydrogen which is attached to the alpha carbon are known as alpha hydrogen. So if number of alpha hydrogen are more, then there will be more number of hyperconjugation structures. So the structure will be or you can say the carbocation will be your more stable. Okay, alpha hydrogen carbon which attaches to sp2 carbon is called as alpha carbon, and hydrogen which are attached to alpha carbon are called as alpha hydrogen. Okay, now second is if there is one CH sigma bond and one free electron are at alternate position, then there will be hyperconjugation effect. Okay, next is if there is one CH sigma bond at alternate position, then there will be hyperconjugation effect. As you can see in these 2 cases, the statement is correctly defined. Now a very important note, if there is CH sigma bond and one negative charge at alternate position, then there will be no hyperconjugation effect. Okay. Now the application of hyperconjugation effect. There is very important application of hyperconjugation effect, that is your stability of carbocation. As you know it very well, the stability of carbocation can be found by the inductive effect, mesomeric effect, and also by the hyperconjugation effect. Okay. If more hyperconjugation structures are present, means the more number of alpha hydrogens are present in a structure, then that compound will be your more stable cation, or you can say more stable compound. Second application is stability of carbon free radicals. Stability of carbon free radicals is explained by mesomeric effect and hyperconjugation effect, and the stability of carbon free radicals also depends upon the number of alpha hydrogen present. Third is your stability of alkene, that also depends upon the number of alpha hydrogen. Okay. Now a very important question, that is the stability order for the carbocations. As you can see in all the structures, first of all you have to find the number of alpha hydrogen. Okay. In first case, the carbocation has 9 alpha hydrogen. Why? Because the C plus ion has 3 alpha carbon, and with these 3 alpha carbon we have 9 alpha hydrogen. Okay. In second case, with the CH plus carbocation we have 2 alpha carbon and 6 alpha hydrogen. In third case, with CH2 plus carbocation we have 1 alpha carbon and 3 hydrogen, or you can say 3 alpha hydrogen. And in last case we don't have any alpha carbon. Okay, so there is 0 alpha hydrogen. So more the number of alpha hydrogen, maximum stability of the compound will be seen. That's why in case number 1, the compound 1 is your maximum stable. Now, if you are new here at our YouTube channel, you can like, share or subscribe. If you have any query, you can mail us on tanejanehaofficial@gmail.com, or you can also contact us on the given number. Now, a very important announcement, if you are preparing for CSIR UGC NET, you can follow Neha Taneja ma'am on Unacademy platform. On Unacademy platform, you will get daily live classes, structural courses, live test and quizzes, and with one subscription, you will get unlimited access. If you are interested, you can go through with this detailed paid classes. Complete information is given on your screen. While taking these detailed paid classes, you can use referral code NEHA, that is NEHA, and after using this referral code, you will get 10% discount on total fee. Thank you very much guys. I hope you all like the video, and with related to the hyperconjugation effect, we will do some questions in our next lecture. Thank you very much.